All right, we up and running? We are up and running. Okay. Hi, fellow YouTubers. How's it going? My name's Alex G. I'm super excited. This is my first YouTube video. It's going to be a product review on custom craft holsters from Oregon. And I'm going to do a comparative analysis on some of the products I've been using. I'm a competitive sports shooter in the PPC ranks. It's police pistol combat. And for a couple of years, I've been using this CZ75 SP01 Shadow. Couldn't have a longer name. I chose this IMI duty holster. It's Israeli Military Industries. Good holster, very sturdy. Locking mechanism. The trigger finger button release lines up well with the frame. Nice holster. Problem is, during competition, it's fairly bulky. It's very rigid, polymer plastic, and sticks out from the hip quite a bit. Now, while I'm transitioning between kneeling, seated, and prone positions, or negotiating barricades, this holster gets caught up on the ground or the barricades, and it's very distracting. But that's its flaw during competition, but it's a great duty holster for law enforcement and military personnel. And I have other IMI products that I enjoy. Also, I was using this Smith & Wesson M&P 9. Good gun. In the range kit, they provided this Blade Tech sandwich holster, and I'm not crazy about it. It lacks angle adjustment, even though it appears as though there's a mechanism in there that might accommodate such a thing, but the hardware is missing. Also, these adjustment screws during competition constantly are backing out. In fact, one weekend, this lead screw fell right out. Real pain in the ass. So when you tighten them back up, you can't get the gun out of the holster. That's not good. So, even though semi-automatics are allowed in PPC, you can only put 6 rounds in the magazines because the sport was built and structured around the 6-shot revolvers. And I wanted to honor the heritage and the legacy of PPC and get myself a badass revolver to use in competition. So I was so lucky to find this Smith & Wesson 357 Magnum Canadian Edition. And what makes it a Canadian edition is the length of the barrel. It's 4.25 inches. Now, any handgun in Canada with a barrel length of 4.1 inches or less is prohibited. So this is a very rare gun. Out of the 1 million registered handguns in Canada, there's only a couple of hundred of these, which makes it very difficult to find doodads and accessories like holsters for this gun. Now, the majority of the guys and girls in the circuit are using Rugers and Colts and Smith & Wessons with big 6-inch barrels. And they're very common. And therefore, doodads and holsters are very easy to get. So I was online for a couple of months, and I found a lot of cheap junk, and I found a lot of atrociously expensive stuff that I didn't think I could even get across the border. And then one afternoon, my wife is online. She said, "Hey, sweetheart, check out this website. It's a company called Craft Holsters. They can custom make a holster for your revolver." And we were looking at it, and I go, "Well, can you go more deeply into this website?" Very slick website, very nicely formatted. Order form, very simple, straightforward, easy to use. The price was right, $43. They had all kinds of different formats of holsters. Molded leather, black, tan, tactical holsters, and this nylon speed holster. It was 43 bucks. And she said, "You want me to order you one?" I said, "Please. It looks great." So make, model, barrel length, PayPal, done. Hours later, Craft Holsters gets back to her. "Thank you so much for your order. It's being transferred to our artisans. And here's an on-order number, tracking number. Please feel free to access this at any time and we will give you updates on our progress. They gave a tentative date for delivery. About a month later, my dear wife checked on the website. They got back to her right away. Your holster is being created as we speak, and it said, please be patient because quality takes time. Well, then they maintained constant contact with us. They said, well, your holster's at the border, and then we got this form from customs, and the duty was 28 bucks. No big deal, pushed the button, paid for it. Then they said, called her back right away. Your holster's leaving the depot, Canpar from Toronto, should be there Monday afternoon. Sure enough, Monday afternoon comes, this really nice box, custom holsters from Craft Holsters, Fragilite, perfect condition, very nicely packaged. In here was the original order form, membership card, and a very nicely handwritten note. Thanks for choosing us. Please let us know your opinion, ideas, whatever. feedback@craftholsters.com. So I take this very strange animal out of the box and I'm looking at it going, this is very strange. So I get my gun out of my vault and I start putting the gun in the holster and then started to realize this thing is awesome. It's like coming out of thin air. Absolutely beautiful. Then I was wondering, how am I going to rig it up for competition? And I got this old shotgun shell belt and I cut the loops to accommodate my speed loaders. And I was thinking this gun is going to get awfully hot. I wonder how this holster is going to hold up in competition. It's awfully hot. Sure enough, by the third stage, this revolver is just smoking hot. Like, I mean, I couldn't even unload it. The cylinder was just burning. Beautiful thing. The holster was absorbing the heat and molding itself around the cylinder, the frame, and the barrel. It was working better and better. It garnered a lot of interest. And I was telling all my friends and colleagues how lucky I was to find this gun and how awesome this holster is. And I was recommending Craft Holsters to everybody. Super cool. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Sandra and Al from customer service at Craft Holsters. Thank you so much. Very attentive, sincere people, made the experience wonderful. Bottom line, to anybody in the competitive shooting sports, I recommend Craft Holsters. Check them out. Now, I wouldn't suggest to anybody in Canada that they do anything illegal. That would be irresponsible and libelous, unethical, and criminal behavior on my part. I wouldn't do it. But to my brothers and sisters in the U.S., whom I love and admire, if you live in a state that permits concealed carry and you are licensed to do so, I also recommend Craft Holsters to you. It's very tight to the hip, it's durable, it's innovative and functional. To sum up, check it out. Now, this is my first review, but I'm really looking forward to taking delivery of my new Craft holster for this, so I can replace this Blade Tech, which is not working well for me. It's my M&P 9, and I'll be doing a review on this pistol, the way it works with my new Craft holster. I'm really excited about this. Stay tuned. Alex G signing off. Are we good? We're clear? Thanks, everybody.